So we will wait with bated breath to find out when we can have the public hearing and what the figures are.
I think that this will probably cause a postponement of 1 month. Did you say that, Chris?
Yeah. We're waiting on some drawing from Ray Trukowski that we can send with the letter to Trump.
Terrific. All right. Under new business, there's an application by Singular Wire.
We have to do,
I'm sorry,
the
I
others.
didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
On other?
Is there anything other to raise under highway?
No.
Under other?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up one item that we had discussed at the last meeting. Is to do with our county legislators, our representatives. And I know we had all agreed to, after much discussion, putting the gentleman at the bottom of our list here after everything was all said and done. And then I got to thinking, I said, that I don't know if that would be a good idea, for a simple reason is that there might be a lot of people here that would only stay for the first portion of our meeting. And if the gentleman had either the privilege of the floor or could speak under the other, like I'm doing now, he could address the people of the town for his 5 minutes. And then, if need be, anybody who is interested in speaking with the representative after he gave his accounts of what was going on with the town through the county, they could either go outside or they could give him his phone number to make a call. And I'd like to move that back up from the bottom up to at least the top, so the gentleman and, most important, the people of the town could have enough time to listen to the gentleman or whoever the representative of the legislator may be. So we give everybody a chance to hear what either he or her has to say about anything that's going to affect the town. And this way he could come in, go, and the people wouldn't have to wait till the very last if they had something pressing they had to go to a meeting, and they could ask for his phone number to give him a call or talk to him out in the hall or whatever they want to do. This way it wouldn't eat up any more
the reason
time.
the reason we scheduled it at the end was because there was a discussion about people being able to ask questions. I have no problem with Mr. Kelsey appearing at that time, but he will be limited to 5 minutes, and there can be no discussion within the town board meeting, because we just, any more than we allow a lot of discussion with anybody who speaks on the privilege of the floor, because we just have business that we have to take care of. When I spoke to Mr. Kelsey at the supervisors and mayors meeting, he said he was glad he was at the end because he goes somewhere else first. So
I don't mind where I am, doesn't matter.
Okay.
May I say something to this? Madam Supervisor?
yes.
May I say something
yes,
to this?
of course.
Also, I think we talked about the fact that if people really want to hear what he has to say, and he's in the beginning there limited to 5 minutes, it's really going to take away his opportunity to give a complete report and to answer a lot of questions. So that was another reason why we decided that his needs and the public's might be better served at the end rather than a 5-minute thing.
I also might mention here that as we get close to election time, having somebody come and speak to us, we may have to give equal time to, you're not running in this election. As election time comes, we have to consider, fair time, equal time for all candidates. So we just have to keep that in mind. I'm delighted you're here.
So how it's going to be resolved?
Well, I'm perfectly. I thought our discussion was very good and fulsome. I liked the idea of Mr. Kelsey coming at the end because it gave him more time to do his report and more time for people to respond. So so I would choose to keep it the way it is.
Are you comfortable with that?
I'm content with whatever you decide.
Okay. Okay, like I said, the only reason I brought that up was to possibly give more of the, the town people a little bit extra in case I had to go someplace that they could be, hear what he had to say.
Well, maybe this will
So-
encourage them to stay for the whole meeting.
Plus, he's available in his office, just like the rest of us are.
Madam Supervisor?
Yes,
I'd like to be recognized as well under the old business other.
sure.
I have a resolution here. Tom, if you don't mind passing them out, please. And I'll read the resolution. Whereas on February 11th, our last town board meeting, 2010, the Stanford Town Board approved a resolution creating a comprehensive planning committee. And whereas the comprehensive planning committee creation was based on the supervisor's statement that we have to first establish a committee. The makeup, how it is going to work, is determined at a later date. We must establish a committee so we can apply for a moratorium extension. Such statement can be confirmed by viewing the DVD of the February 11th, 2010 Town Board meeting. And the moratorium extension was approved by the Town Board on March 8th, 2010. And whereas in the previous moratorium that was filed May 12th, 2009 with the Dutchess County Planning Department, the information of which Supervisor Stern received from John Clark of the Dutchess County Planning Department the morning of February 11th, our board meeting, 2010, but neglected to make that information available to the town board, which therein included a resolution that was approved by the town board, of which Ms. Stern and Schaefer were a part thereof, which stated, the town of Stanford developed and empowered an ad hoc master planning committee, as well as several other committees or subcommittees, such as affordable housing, agriculture, or farming, which have met to study the possible changes to the zoning code, and such master planning committee and other committees or subcommittees have recommended revisions to the zoning code to regulate land use development, zoning, and other factors, including the master plan within the town of Stanford. And whereas the committees were formed, met, and deliberated, and made recommendations, and the town has received information and interested persons, as well as its planning consultant, to assist the town.
That's not what I have.
And whereas over the last 3 years, town money was expended on behalf of the ad hoc master planning committee's work. Now therefore, be it resolved that in order to follow the recommendation of the Association of Towns Attorney and to be consistent with what has transpired in the board minutes over the last 3 years, that the committees were empowered and duly authorized, and to be consistent with what has been filed with the Dutchess County Planning Department in all the previous moratorium extensions, all references now and in the future to Comprehensive Plan Committee be changed to Master Plan Codes Committee. And be it further resolved that the members who have given unfailing and competent service to the Master Plan Codes Committee, which was unilaterally dissolved by Supervisor Stern without town board knowledge or input, be reinstated to continue their work. Those members include Bob Butts, Tom Angel, Steve Godovich, Dave Teeter, Joyce Haddon, and John Royal. And be it further resolved that time being of the essence, that the town board set a public hearing to review the work of the Master Plan/Codes Committee in an effort to build on what has been done before. And as Mrs. Stern has indicated, we should build on all previous